This is the story of how Queen Elizabeth I defeated King Philip II's invincible armada using a small navy, fishing boats, and merchant ships. Elizabeth was the daughter of King Henry VIII.
I'm Henry the Eighth, I am Henry the Eighth, I am.
He wanted to divorce his wife, the Spanish Princess Catherine of Aragon, and remarry, because Catherine didn't produce any male heirs, and he had fallen in love with another woman, Anne Boleyn. The Catholic Church wouldn't let him divorce his wife for no reason, so Henry VIII started a new church called the Protestant Church and married Anne Boleyn anyway. They had a daughter together named Elizabeth. When Henry VIII died, his daughter from his first marriage, Mary, became Queen of England. She married Philip II of Spain. They restored England to Catholicism and tried to extinguish Protestantism, earning her the title of Bloody Mary. She died after a 5-year reign, leaving no heirs, and her Protestant half-sister Elizabeth took the throne. Philip II, having lost his claim to England's throne when his wife died, tried to get it back by proposing marriage to Elizabeth. She refused. This started an uneasy relationship between Philip II of Spain and Queen Elizabeth of England. Neither side wanted to start a war, but Elizabeth did 4 things that really irked King Philip II. First, Elizabeth allowed Sir Francis Drake and other sea captains to pirate and plunder Spanish ships and settlements. Second, Elizabeth almost married a French duke. Spain and France were enemies, and Philip didn't want to see England and France united. Third, Elizabeth gave help to the Dutch in their war against Spain. The last thing she did was the straw that broke the camel's back. Elizabeth had her Catholic cousin, Mary, Queen of Scots, executed for treason. The Catholic Church had never recognized Elizabeth's claim to the throne, since the Church had never allowed King Henry VIII's divorce from Catherine of Aragon, and therefore never considered her mother as his legal wife. The Catholics in England and Spain felt that Mary, Queen of Scots, was the rightful heir to England's throne. It was a terrible blow to them when Elizabeth had her executed. In May of 1588, Philip II had one of the largest navies ever assembled, his invincible Armada. It had 130 ships, 2,500 guns, and 30,000 men. England, on the other hand, had a small navy of only 82 warships and anything else that was available, under the leadership of Lord Howard, with Francis Drake as second in command. In July of 1588, the Armada entered the English Channel. The Spanish main strategy for naval warfare is to grapple. They throw iron hooks onto an opposing ship, pull it in, then jump aboard, taking over the ship. The Spanish warships were huge to hold many soldiers. The English ships were smaller and more maneuverable, so they were able to avoid grappling. The English main strategy was to use fire and gunpowder to destroy the ships. The bulky Spanish ships couldn't maneuver fast enough, and they were so tall that they shot right over the English ships. Sir Francis Drake captured one ship blew up, and another ship was wrecked. The Spanish called for reinforcements who were stationed in the Netherlands, but the Dutch, who were siding with the English, blocked their ports. After days of fighting, Francis Drake came up with the idea of setting fire to 8 small tar-covered ships and sending them headlong into the Spanish fleet. Drake and Lord Howard followed the Spanish fleet as they fled and emptied all their fire powder into the Armada. That day, the Spanish lost 4,000 men and had many wounded. As the Armada retreated, a storm hit them, scattering them and smashing 17 ships on the coast of Ireland. The Irish refused to help them. Only 54 ships returned to Spain, and of the 30,000 men who had been in the Armada, only 10,000 survived.